Now, from the Valley of the Sun, EA Sports welcomes you inside State Farm Stadium, just west of downtown Phoenix, Arizona. Stage is set. Ball is on the tee. And off we go on EA Sports. On the return, it's Rashid Shaheed. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now the first carry for the Alabama speedster, Jahmyr Gibbs. And that'll go for a gain of about 4. Max Melton there to get him down. Here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Left side into the hands of Olave. And he's going to have a first down. He's forced out. Nice pickup of 9.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he's going to be brought down behind the line. This defense fired up to start the game. It'll bring up 4th down.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Now they'll set up to throw. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. He's got his tight end, Hawkinson. Look at that big guy rumble. And he will go all the way. T.J. Hawkinson. Touchdown, Saints. It's his 4th touchdown on the year. Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Saints will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the goal line. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll run first carry of the game for Trey Benson. And this play going nowhere. He is taken down behind the line of scrimmage on their first play of the game.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Second down, Murray. His first throw of the game is going to be intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead. They'll run it to the right here with Gibbs. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, his offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete. Olave, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up second down.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. It is brought in the end zone. Chris Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. Bates, good, with the extra point. The Saints move out on top, 14-0. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. A return now from the 4. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. On first down, it's Murray. That'll be taken in. It's Trey Benson. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
And this will be a Cardinals first down as he gets this up to the 40-yard line.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. Second and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry. And that one is closed down in the backfield. What a defensive play. Knifing in, dropping him for the loss.
Well, has been the case this entire first half. It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. Working out of the gun, Murray. He will find his man. That's the rookie from Ohio State. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Murray looking to throw. They'll look to set up the screen here. And he's out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, out inside the 20. A pickup there of 25 yards. It's an Arizona first down. They send him right out of the slot. On 1st and 10, it's Murray. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag. a little late, and it's probably a touchdown.
Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9, and third down coming up. They'll try and run here with Benson. And they're going to get him down close to the marker. Was he able to reach the ball out? He did. Great spot and a great run. First down, first and goal.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
Big Ace. Deuce.
Out of the gun, it's Murray. That one taken in. Marvin Harrison Jr. Touchdown, Cardinals.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back. Even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan, everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Once again, it's Gibbs. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's third down. They motion the slot man left. On third down, they'll throw from the gun. Throw right side to Olave. And he's going to be brought down on what will be. The Saints will punt this one away. A fair catch called for and made just beyond their own 50. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Now Murray. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage.
To play corner in this league, Mike, you have to have great reactions and instincts. In this case, he trusts those instincts from the jump, and he's able to send the offense going backwards as a result.
Now a second down throw from Murray. Hit as he threw it. The pass is incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Third and long. From the gun, it's Murray. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
To return, it's Shaheed. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. Open man, downfield, it's Hawkinson. That's good for 27 and a first down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
And that'll be a pickup of 3. They face second down and 7. On the handoff, this is Gibbs. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4, and it leads to third down. He'll drop to throw. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Here's Bates for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Saints will take a 21-7 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. He'll take it in at the goal line. He'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. This drive starts at the 21. It's first and 10. Working from the shotgun, it's Murray. This is intercepted. Picked off by T.J. Edwards. We saw it earlier, the defense on the quarterback with the earlier interception. And now, Greg, not only do they pick him, they turn it into a pick 6.
And, Mike, the reality is this has just been a bad first half throwing the football. I mean, not only is it his second interception, but this time the defense gets their hands on the ball, and they're able to take it all the way back for the pick 6.
His kick is good. Makes the score Saints 28, Cardinals 7.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. First and 10. Slot man in motion right. On first and 10, Murray. Throwing right, it's taken in. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
That's to the right side. Caught by McBride. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
To throw again is Murray. A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
And this will be incomplete.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
Fourth down. Here's Murray. He's got his man. It's Harrison. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. A gain of 26 yards, and the decision to go for it winds up being a good one. Again, it's Murray. Quick throw, taken in. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins. And it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline. So as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. So now the Saints will use the first of their 3 timeouts. Murray's going to throw again, and he cannot get away. Brought down. And that sack will bring us to the 2-minute warning.
A loss of 6 brings up 2nd down at the 36-yard line.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the shotgun, it's Murray. A ball deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw, but think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
What can they do here? This is 3rd and forever. Murray will throw. He's going to try it here again. And for the 3rd time in this first half, he's been intercepted. Picked off by Kool-Aid McKinstry.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
The tight end, Allen, in motion. That's deep for Olave. And that is incomplete.
How often do we see teams kind of nurse these big leads, Mike, especially as the game unfolds? They turn to the ground game. They try to slow everything down. Well, not this offense. They refuse to take their foot off the gas. They're still mining for explosive plays. And frankly, with the way today's gone, I don't blame them.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. A toss to the right. And here comes Gibbs. It'll be a pickup of 10. First down, New Orleans.
Look how everybody moves in sync on this play, Mike. You have the linemen hitting their pull blocks, the guys on the outside working one-on-one. They clear just enough room to let him hit it, and next thing you know, picks up the first down.
They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
The offensive line doing a great job opening these run lanes. They have been there this entire first half, and I think if I'm this play caller, until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away, I think I'm just going to keep turning around and handing it to that guy.
Open man down the field. It's Olave. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. And this will be incomplete.
There's only a handful of guys in the league who legitimately have world-class speed, and he's one of them. I mean, he's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy, he's faster than your guy. We're going to send him deep and let it fly. And even though that one falls incomplete, you have to continue to sprinkle that threat in because it makes everything else in your passing game that much easier.
Out comes Jake Bates to try a field goal here. This will be a 46-yard attempt. Bates' kick is good. And the Saints going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. Slot receiver headed right. Now Murray on first down. Again, working deep downfield. Marvin Harrison Jr., the intended target. And it'll lead to a second down.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
And that is incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
Let's go. They send him right out of the slot. On third down, Murray. And for the fourth time today, he has been intercepted. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone. Here's a handoff to Gibbs, left side. And the Saints are likely going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He's out of bounds at the 10-yard line. Out comes Jake Bates to try a field goal here. This about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Saints going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half. So 2 seconds left to play, and the kick's away. And he's got it at the 1. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Saints 34, Cardinals 7.
All right, Coach. Thank you. 2 very different halftime speeches by these head coaches, that's for sure, as we get set for half number 2. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. This taken just shy of the goal line. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. The third quarter begins with a run. That lane closes quickly. Of 3. Paulson Adebo is there to make the play. 2nd and 7. Let's go. Now they'll set up to throw. Oh, they are on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. The Saints have got it. Well, the ball comes out, and the scramble for it, it ends up becoming a turnover, and the offense walks off the field disappointed with that fumble.
Mike, when you look at a stat sheet at the end of the game and you want to determine which team wins and which team loses, at the top of the list is ball security. Which team does a better job protecting it and which team does a better job taking it away.
Out of the pistol, here comes Gibbs. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss.
He is in. Chris Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. That is second touchdown of the game. This one number 7 on the year. Bates, good, with the extra point. The Saints will add one more onto their big lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. He'll start at the 2. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. Drive will start on the ground, and that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down. A give, here's Benson. And the struggles in the running game continue. They take him down behind the line. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
So here in the second half, it's obvious the offense finds themselves in a tough spot, trailing by this many points. But really what makes it difficult is when you have to operate, Mike, in a comeback situation where you have to air the ball out every single play, it stresses your offensive line, it stresses your quarterback, it stresses your playmakers. It is just a really difficult way to play offensive football in the NFL, and they've got to do it really for the remainder of this half.
They will indeed go as they look to throw. And he's going to have the Cardinals first down. They find a way to convert on 4th and 10.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They'll look to throw. That's caught downfield by Harrison. A pickup there of 28 yards.
And up until this point, we haven't seen a lot go their way, but here in the 3rd quarter, they're starting to find some plays. They're starting to get some opportunities. Just got to ask yourself if it's too little, too late.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Second down and 8.
Here we go, here we go.
that one knocked away and incomplete. Olsen and Evo, the good coverage. Gets his hand in there to knock it away.
You just can't say enough about how hard it is to play cornerback in today's modern NFL, Mike. I mean, not only are these wide receivers better than ever, but the way the rules are written, you're really out there on an island with not a lot of options. Your technique has to be perfect. Your timing has to be perfect. It's exactly what we saw here, and he makes a great play on the ball.
That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Goes without saying, Mike, you have to be smart with the ball, especially down here in the red zone. You're already in scoring position. And I understand they're trying to come away with a touchdown, but at the very least, come away with 3.
And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Touchdown, Arizona. Well, they get on the board. That pads the individual stats, makes mom and dad happy, but Greg, we have seen stranger things. You never know.
Yeah, and I think the biggest thing right now, Mike, aside from the scoreboard, oftentimes in the NFL, you learn more about your team in moments like this than you do when everything's going well. So I think this coach is paying real close attention to which one of his guys are going to continue to fight.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, here's Sims. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start.
At their own 28-yard line.
Here we go, set.
On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. Hook him up on a 2nd down and 8.
Let's go. 19 tight, 19 tight.
They'll put Addison in motion. Going down the center of the field, open man, and it's taken in. A gain of 21 on that pass play. It's good for a Saints first down. Over the middle, that's the tight end Hawkinson. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. The tight end Hawkinson starts the motion. On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
Here's a handoff to Gibbs. With good blocking leading the way, he's got the first down inside the 25.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half. And he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
And he'll take this down to about the 7. back to the ground. He'll get it again. Not a lot of room to work there. Well played by the defense. And they set themselves up for 3rd and goal. So these... Tight end Hawkinson starts the motion. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. He was looking for Jahmyr Gibbs out of the backfield. Now it's 4th and goal. Out comes Jake Bates to try a field goal here. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Saints will add to their lead here in the 4th quarter.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Here we go on the return from the 1. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. 1st and 10 now from the 36. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
Looked like a lateral there, but now it's a free football. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds, so possession does not change hands. A sigh of relief there. That was very nearly a turnover. Fortunate to see that one, Greg, get fumbled out of bounds.
And when that ball came loose, Mike, you could see the entire sideline kind of holds their breath. But they were able to take a little bit of an exhale as they saw that ball, fortunately for them, go out of bounds.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. Downfield, got a man, and he's got it. And he's going to take this one all the way. 77 yards. Touchdown, Arizona. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least a little payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
With down 3 scores, and it's late, they're going to need a few bounces to go their way. They'll start right here trying to get an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
You have no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the 4th quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. They're going to take over possession.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
I think this defense is wondering where some of these missed throws were earlier in the game. I mean, for a while, it seemed like everything the offense did hit. And after that last incomplete pass, although this game's all but over, this defense will certainly take it.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll run with Gibbs. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
He's tackled at the 35.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
Let's go.
The tight end Hawkinson starts the motion. He'll drop to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the safety, Buda Baker. And the Cardinals are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
Ready up. 18 rep. 18 rep. Go. Come 19. Come 19. Set go.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
Oh, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly, it is 3rd and 10. So now the Saints will use the first of their 3 timeouts. 2 incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to 3rd down and 10.
Last thing 19.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Not exactly the type of drive to write home about, Mike. 3 passes, 3 incompletions, no yards gained. And I really can't blame any of these fans who have continued to voice their frustration, especially after that last series of play calls.
That's going to be caught.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Ready.
They hand it to Gibbs. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
Looking to throw here on 2nd and 10. To the right side, he's got Hawkinson, his tight end. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. 3rd and a yard. They're going to try to run here with Gibbs. Heading outside, going to be close. It's going to depend on the spot. They're going to mark him short, and it is going to be 4th down.
The key to this play, Mike, was defensively their ability to stretch this ball and make him go laterally. Anytime you could force the ball carrier to go sideways on 3rd and short, it gives your defenders time to rally, make the tackle for no gain, brings up 4th down. So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. They'll begin here on the ground. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down.
Ready?
They'll stick with him again.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in him.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Receiver in motion, going right. On 3rd down, they go with Benson. And he's going to have a Cardinals 1st down. They're able to convert by plenty on that 3rd and 1.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the 1st down, and they're able to convert.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Now this time they'll look to throw. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
That one intercepted. He gets free. And he is going to score. A pick-6 for the touchdown. Bates now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Saints add on to their already sizable lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 2. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Let's go. Ready?
Now a handoff running right. And some good running there. He'll fall forward for about 7. Second down and 3. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. So this one a win for the visiting Saints. And it is their third consecutive victory. They continue to play great football here in this latest stretch.